Hey guys, welcome back to 90 Feet from Home. I'm your host Ashley, and today we are going to talk about a brand new statistic. Now I know we just talked about one recently with DRC+, but baseball is ever evolving and coming up with new ways to measure the quality of players and their performance on the field. And today we are going to talk about the new Statcast statistic, which is called jump. So for the naked eye, it's kind of easy to see when a difficult catch is made on the field. You see the guy running, you see him jumping off of the wall, you see these insane sliding dives, and Statcast even has another kind of statistic, which we'll talk about another day, which is called catch probability. And what catch probability does is it tells us the likelihood of a particular catch in the outfield being made. So the lower the likelihood, the more impressive it is for that outfielder to have made the catch. So for example, a 95% catch probability is something that you should have been able to get no matter what, whereas a 15% catch probability was very unlikely to be caught, and an outfielder making that catch is all the more impressive. But even without something like catch probability, it's easy for us to see that kind of catch being very impressive. Now, what jump attempts to do is kind of put a number on the time in between when a hit goes into the air and an outfielder is able to see that hit registered and when they actually make the catch. So what jump aims to understand is the quality of the moments in between a hit and a catch, and the differences between outfielders who are able to make those more difficult catches or even make a routine catch look really easy, as opposed to an outfielder who may have a lot of difficulty in getting to those catches and making those outfield plays that might otherwise seem routine. So it looks basically at the first 3 seconds after a ball is hit when a batter is running to collect that catch. And what jump measures is how many feet in the right direction an outfielder goes in order to make a catch. And so then what kind of number represents an outfielder who can make those difficult catches look routine, as opposed to one who can't seem to even find out where the ball is going to land at any given time? So jump is broken down into 3 main components. Reaction is the number of feet covered in the first 1.5 seconds of the play. Basically, that outfielder reacting to the hit and beginning to move to where they need to be. The second part is burst, which is the number of feet covered in the second 1.5 seconds. And this can be considered that outfielder speeding up in order to get to where they need to be, or understanding the distance that they need to travel in order to continue in the right direction to make that catch. The third part of jump is root, which considers all 3 seconds of said play, but compares the number of feet traveled to the number of feet traveled in the correct direction, meaning that a player with a really quality jump will have been moving in the right direction all along and not have to correct themselves quite so much as a player who doesn't have a particularly good jump response. So I'm going to throw up the diagram that Statcast put out and just pop that on the screen so you can kind of see the visual of how jump works. But in a nutshell, it's basically a player reacting to, moving, accelerating, and doing it all in the correct direction. And a really good outfielder is going to be able to do that routinely and will therefore have a better overall jump score than a player who may be fast but doesn't have the right reaction time, so they're slow to get going, or they're not quite as fast and they're not able to get to those plays that may be a little bit more distant. And so jump, by and large, average would be considered a 0. Anything up to about a 3 would be considered really impressive, whereas anything in about the -3 zone is considered pretty abysmal. So it's not a really big scale, 0 to 3, 0 to -3. So you're going to see a lot of single point differences and a lot of players kind of in that same level. But I want to give an example of what a really good quality outfielder looks like. And I'm going to pick Kevin Kiermaier, who's kind of going between number 1 and number 2 right now in the jump stats chart for 2019, and is considered to be one of the best active center fielders in baseball at the moment. He's a Platinum Glove winner. I'm going to put up a video of a play he made earlier this season so you can get an idea of that immediate reaction, that speed, and him moving in the right direction of the ball. So you can see what a player with a high jump average looks like on the field.
To congratulate him on that. He challenged the wall here. You can hear him.
Coming up here, knows exactly where the wall is. That ball is up top. gets every piece of that vertical out of his body as he can. And look at this. Look at that catch, holding on to the ball after you crash into the wall that hard.
And that, guys, is just jump in a nutshell. So it's a brand new stat. It is pretty basic. It's not something you're going to use a lot, but it is neat that Statcast is trying to measure kind of the thought process and the motion that goes into a quality outfield play. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Remember to give it a big thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. Is this the first time you're hearing about jump? It is very new. Hit the subscribe button and remember to ring that bell next to it if you want to be notified every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday when a new episode goes live. And you can follow me on social media where I'm at 90 Feet From Home on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And we'll see you guys back next time. Have an awesome day. Bye!